If you're not happy with your samples, then it might be your tech pack. Some of you are getting ripped off when it comes to your tech packs. Seeing it all the time. Fashion founders with no experience in the industry, working with designers to translate their ideas, which is totally the right thing to do, by the way, but the tech packs that they're getting are really not worth the money. Giving a factory an incomplete tech pack is like giving a chef a recipe, except instead of the recipe, it's a photo of the finished dish, half the ingredients list, and no method. Look, they're professionals. They're obviously going to be able to make something that tastes good, but it might not be what you were expecting. Here are the 3 biggest things I see missing from tech packs. Firstly, fabric. I honestly don't know how a designer even starts a tech pack without knowing what the fabric will be, because the fabric is like the starting point for a lot of decisions, like whether there should be a zip or not. If you don't have a fabric in mind, your designer should be discussing the outcome you want and discussing the price point and advising you on the type of fabric that's right for your design. Secondly, there is almost never enough detail about trims. If I see another tech pack that just says buttons, I mean, what kind of buttons? Plastic buttons, metal buttons, biodegradable, like Caroso or Casein? What size buttons do you want? As well as the style of button. Do you want a 4-hole button, a 2-hole button, a button with a ridge, a flat button, a pig nose button, a covered button? The list goes on. I just wanted to say pig nose. Thing is, things like covered buttons can add to your costs, and some factories can't do them and need to outsource it. So it's so important that factories have that information up front. That is what the tech pack is for. Finally, and most importantly, your tech pack should have measurements, your garment measurements. And I don't just mean your bust, waist and hip measurements or body measurements. It should be the actual garment measurements, and every single piece of that garment should have a measurement. If I see a pocket, I want to know what size the pocket is, but I also want to know where it's placed on the garment, exactly. If you've got a button placket, how wide is the button placket? How far apart are the buttons spaced? Any measurement that you don't put on your tech pack, your factory has to estimate or guess what to do for that part of the garment. And at the end of the day, who do you want to be in control of your designs? You or your factory? Honestly, the tech pack is so important. It's the foundation of your communication with your supplier, and getting it right is essential. But it's not the only thing. Tomorrow evening, I'll be hosting a masterclass teaching you all things working with suppliers, including how to find them, how to vet them, and how to set up a strong long-term relationship. No disappointing samples, no nasty surprises, no getting ghosted. There's a few tickets left. Head to my link tree to secure your seat.